Peter wants to talk about all the ways Google can spend your ad money on targeting that doesn't work. Today's Not So Critical update.
So this is one of my favorite Twitter accounts, or favorite people on the internet, Nandini Jammy Nandoodles on Twitter, who runs Check My Ads, who we've talked about a bunch, and runs this branded thing they have a newsletter. What happened was there was a guy, and he had a budget for ads, and he used Google Ads, and he went and set up a campaign. And usually when you set up a campaign for ads, you specify who you want those ads to be targeted towards, like, I don't know, porn users or people looking for a job or whatever. This guy accidentally didn't put up any filter at all. He didn't put any kind of guidance to Google Ads. And it burned through $1 million worth of ad placements before he realized and halted it. So obviously massive fuck up on his part. And yeah, that was a big mistake. So we can all laugh at that. But the interesting part is that what we got to see as a result of this is, where does Google put your ads if you don't give it any guidance? If you don't tell it where you want your ads to be shown, where does Google pick? What's the biggest ROI? So there's this top domains list floating around out there, which unfortunately used to be linked in the article and was taken away. I tried to find it. I went back through Wayback Machine and everything. I really did. I'm sure I didn't try that hard. And probably if we asked to have a look at it, we could have gotten to see it. But yeah, there were some really surprising things in it. First of all, the top, I forget the top one now. What was the number one? It's like
from the article.
Yahoo. Yes,
Yeah.
Sorry. It was the top one was Yahoo, which was just, I mean, once upon a time, Yahoo was Google's biggest competitor. So that's kind of funny. Also, who uses Yahoo these days, except for Yahoo Finance?
A whole generation does.
Yeah. So the second was Unknown, which just is such a dodgy thing in the whole ad industry. When people advertise their site, they can specify that it shouldn't be listed as a particular type of site. So they can claim that it is unknown. So without having any guidance, Google's AI has decided to put most of the ads on unknown sites.
Oh my god!
Yeah, which is
now,
just
it doesn't
crazy.
mean that Google doesn't know. It just means that they're not going to tell you.
Yes, exactly. Which is kind of like, how is this allowed in the first place? I know that it's, yeah. For me, the weirdest one and the most kind of scandalous was, I think, number 4 or 5. Which was, drum roll please, Fox News.
Yeah, number
there
5.
We go. Number 5 on the list. So this is, I'm thinking about this, and I think it is, Google is going to want to show that the ads are effective so that people are going to keep placing ads. And I think that perhaps it's effective to put ads on Fox News, or the 5th most effective. And yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Real insight into
love them or hate them, Fox News has a huge audience.
Yeah.
And it's got typically an older audience who maybe are more susceptible to online ads. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah. So let me ask this. So the number correlates also, I believe, to click conversion rates, probably, right?
Maybe
the number of where they show the ads.
Yeah. No. Number 5, 4, 0, whatever.
No, I think it went to how much of the ad spend they're allocating there.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So it was, 50 million ads got placed on Fox News or something like that, which is just crazy. And I don't know, it's weird how the ad industry works, like this real-time bidding and where ROI is coming from, and none of it seems to make any sense. And it's like most of the traffic is fraud as well.
Right.
And even the most basic...
Rife with fraud.
Rife with fraud, yeah. There was another really interesting thing that happened that recently. It was a thread by Nandini and friends. There's a thing called Tag, which is the authentication service. So if you're signed up to them, you are like an authenticated publisher. And they had certified or verified. There's a difference between certification and verification, apparently. They had verified or certified some organization who were just completely fake. And they were a front for someone else who had been banned from publishing ads. And they were just a way for these people to continue publishing ads without, because their previous company had been banned. And the Tag, like, CEO got involved on Twitter and was like, no, we didn't certify them. We verified them. Very different thing.
What's the difference?
Like you should know that this is
So you still allowed it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and you have to pay a certain fee or something to get certified.
Reminds me of another certain CEO going on Twitter and arguing about semantics.
Are you talking about Melon Husk? Elon Musk, who's my Twitter my Twitter account is full of messages from Melon Husk now, because people want to talk about him without like using his name, because he's I don't know, but it just defeats my muted word setup. Anyway, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the ad industry?
It's first of all, no marketer. Well, I mean, apparently this guy did, but no marketer's going to ever just run a budget unfiltered and untargeted like this. You're asking to have your money thrown away. And
sure.
Interestingly, if you work with Google, if you spend enough money with Google, you'll get an account manager, and the more you spend, the higher level account manager you'll have. And I had the chance to work with some of these guys, and it's really interesting because Google's answer to whether an ad is performing or not is always, in every single case, spend more money. If your ad is working, spend more money to buy market share. If your ad's not working, spend more money to test audiences, spend more money to test messages.
That's insane.
The answer is always, every single time, always spend more money to any question. It's so funny to talk to them.
Yeah.
Even if they're telling you, because one of the things you can get is market share reached. And so they'll show you based on your targeting, how much of the audience market share are you getting? You could max that out. And the answer would be spend more money testing other audiences. It's like, there's always an angle to it to get you to spend more money. It's awesome.
The ad industry is just so wholesome, and everything about it is just love it.
Yeah, same. I love it too.
It makes me want to go
work
we're
on the same page, Peter.
It makes me want to go work with like ethical ad companies.
There's another thing happened this week, right? So this is just an anecdote. There's a company called Fireworks, I think they're called, and they have I have a couple of their domains on my block list, FWCDN and FW2CDN.com, something like that. And a while back, they're basically an ad platform. It's a video ads thing, and that's why I have them on my list. And they really tried hard to convince me and other people and the EasyList guys to take them off the list. And I looked at them, and they describe themselves as an video ad platform. They use all these terms, and there's a certain veneer of, oh no, we post other videos as well, kind of thing. I said no eventually. And then a couple of months later, I don't know how long it was later, but I got an email from them saying, hey, are you available to be hired as a consultant so that we can become EasyList certified? Which is like, that's how they think. We want to get through the rules so that we're not blocked.
Yeah.
You know, it's EasyList certified does not exist. It just like, now they've opened up another issue on GitHub. I think they probably changed the content, the descriptions that they have of their stuff, not actually changed their business practices in any way. But now they're back on and saying, hey, no, we've got non-ad content. They might get away with it this time. I don't know, but it's so frustrating. I could keep going on about this for ages, but it's a constant.
Which you deal with because your list is Peter Lowe's ad and server tracking block list, which
tracking server block list, yeah.
Ad and tracking server block list.
which is used by a combined 150 million people. I don't actually know the number.
Maybe everyone on the internet. You should get uBlock Origin, powered by Peter Lowe's ad and server tracking block list, and you need to get Peter's list in your pie hole.
Yes, right in my pie hole, right up there.
Everybody listening should have Peter's list in their pie hole.
It's a slick list, I'll tell you that.
It is.
Yeah.
And join our Discord server.